Do you see this sauce? Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Like this right here is just all flavor. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Myra from Low Carb Love. Now, most of you know I've lost over 100 pounds. So today I wanna have dinner with you. I wanna actually walk you through, we're just making a dinner for my family. And this is actually a viral recipe. It is called the viral melting cabbage. It is creamy and decadent, and it's literally one of the best ways to eat cabbage. This is gonna be a very, very low carb dish. I already have my chicken prepped. I'll show you how I throw it all together, but it turns out so good. I made it once last week and it was like a 10 out of 10. So I was like, I have to share this with my YouTube family, okay? So we're just gonna kind of get right into it. We are going to need our cream cheese. We're gonna need some Parm. So for this recipe, you're gonna want some fresh Parmesan cheese. It does make a difference because there's very minimal ingredients in this. When you're adding like a ton of ingredients, I don't feel like it really matters. But for this one, I would definitely go and do the fresh Parm, okay? So we are gonna cut this into wedges. I'm gonna put the core, facing down so that I have a little bit more stability, and we're gonna go in half. All right, and then we'll cut it in half again. And again. And you don't wanna cut them too thin. I made the mistake the first time I made this recipe, and then it starts falling apart. So it's fine. Actually, the bigger, the better. Okay, so if you have like a huge cabbage, even better. So this is the first step. Okay, we're gonna move over to the stove and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. We're gonna get some like nice grill marks on this. Okay, so I have all of my ingredients. Let me just grab my drink. I'm having my lemonade salt. This is the one from Element, you guys already know. I pretty much have one every single day. Now I have it in a smaller cup, but you can also make it like in a big jug just to make sure that you have that much water throughout the day and you have all your electrolytes and minerals, because Element has the perfect ratios that our body needs. It has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. And it's not just important for your overall electrolyte balance, it's also super important for hormonal regulation, which I feel like that's not something that we always think about. But as women and as we're getting older, that is definitely something that we should keep in mind. And right now you can get a free sample pack where you get their 4 most popular flavors and you get 2 packets of each flavor with any purchase. So I'll go ahead and leave the link in the description below, or you can type in drinklmnt.com/low carb love. So either one of those will get you the free sample pack. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to drink at least half of this before we're done here, because I'm telling you, I will go the whole day without getting like at least 20 ounces of water. Unless I make this is why I always have to make it. Once I make it and I see it there, I'm gonna drink it. Okay, so now we're gonna add a little bit of avocado oil. Okay. If you have a cast iron, use that. It's gonna give it like a really nice char. We're gonna let it, it's already on high. So we're gonna let it get like a nice char. You're not trying to cook them here. We're just trying to get like, just kind of get some color. See, so it's starting to just get like a really nice char. Okay, so we're gonna get a char on the other side, finish up the rest, and then I'll just kind of walk you through it. Now, this is what we're gonna do. Ooh, look at that. Nice color. I love that. All of them. Boom, 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 boom. And if you're wondering, well, Myra, is this recipe actually worth it? 1,000%. It's one of my, I thought to myself when I was eating it last time, this has got to be the best way to ever eat cauliflower. So yes, it is worth it. So you know what? We're just gonna move on. We're gonna start making our sauce. This is the creamy sauce that went viral. Like, you could use this sauce on chicken, on shrimp, clearly on cauliflower. It will make anything taste delicious. Not to say that I don't like cauliflower. I'm saying cauliflower. It is absolutely not cauliflower. Cabbage. It's late. It has been a long day. It can literally make anything taste delicious, okay? So you can eat this with veggies. You can eat it with chicken, with shrimp, with salmon, with anything. But in this case, we are using cabbage steaks, okay? Or cabbage wedges, I should say. Okay, so we're gonna start off by sauteing our onions and garlic. I love fresh garlic. Whenever I have it, I definitely use it. It just adds so much flavor to your dish, especially like this when you're making a sauce. Ooh, look at that. It smells so good in here. I feel like the best smell in a kitchen is like onion and garlic. So good. Okay, so we got that going. Then over here, we have our queso crema, some cream cheese. Okay, so we're gonna use about that much. Give it a good mix. And don't worry, the recipe will be in the description below so you can follow an exact recipe, but you can also eyeball it if you're just looking at me. So we have our onion, our garlic, our cream cheese. So this is also a very easy recipe. As you can tell, just kind of toss everything in. We're gonna do some Worcestershire sauce. Okay, add that. We're gonna do a lot of seasonings. So we have our garlic powder, onion powder. Okay, we also have some paprika. We also have, usually when I cook, boom, 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 quick, quick, quick. Okay, and then we are also gonna do some salt. And if you want a little spicy, there's also some pepper flakes. Not too much, just a tiny. Okay, we're gonna give that a mix. Okay, so this is what the start to your sauce is gonna look like. Very flavorful. We're gonna do a little bit of bone broth. So you want enough sauce to cover your cabbage, and then plus you also wanna be able to pour it on top because, trust me, it's gonna be creamy, delicious, very decadent. Oh my gosh. Don't worry if it looks like runny. This is not how it's gonna turn out. You watch and see. Okay, so we have a little simmer going, and I was gonna do my block, but I have this. It's gonna make my life easier. So let's go ahead and add in our parm. Okay, this is where the thickness is gonna come. Okay, trust me, you want it. So now, as you can tell, this looks very flavorful, very nice and creamy. So now all I'm gonna do is give it a good mix, make sure that it doesn't have any of the cream cheese clumps. And then we are putting our cabbage back in here, okay? All right, so now we put our steaks, our little cabbage steaks back in. All right, look at this. Whee. Now, this is gonna go straight into the oven. That's why I love using pots and pans that can go from stove to oven, because something like this, you start it off here, and now we're gonna go ahead and end it in the oven. So you just wanna make sure your oven is preheated to 400 degrees, and we're gonna go in there. You're gonna see this sauce transform, okay? It's gonna get nice and thick and creamy. Oh my gosh, it is like so delicious. And this is going in for about 15 to 20 minutes. Alrighty. All right, little guy, we'll see you in about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so dinner is pretty much done. Look at this. You see how that sauce is nice and creamy? Woo! All right, guys, so look at this. Dinner is served. Okay, so I ended up adding a tiny bit more broth just because I left it a little too long in the oven. And so it went from being like super, super thick and like cheesy to, it just started to thicken up a little too much for my liking. So I just added a tiny bit of broth and now it's perfect. And now we are going to finish it off with some parm. This is optional. This is just like on the, just to top your little cabbage steaks with it. Look at that, looks so good. And we have some fresh parsley, which this just takes it over the top. I love it. I just love like the freshness, the herbiness of it. It just brings it together, okay? So there you have it. Look at this, okay? This is viral for a reason. Like this is definitely, if you love cabbage or if you're trying to eat, if you're trying to make meals that don't contain like a lot of meat for whatever reason, then this is a great option because it's super filling. It's I don't know, it's just like super comforting. it's just delicious, okay? It is definitely one of my favorites, and I would say it's probably either this or like making a crab boil with the cabbage. Those are probably my two favorite ways to eat cabbage, hands down, okay? This is how I serve my cabbage. This creamy, melted cabbage dish with some chicken breast. But you could also do like shrimp. You could do, I mean, eat it on its own. I'm trying to think of like what it would go well with. Like maybe I don't know, like a cauli mash. So we have our chicken breast. Okay, nice and sliced because I want some of that sauce in there. Right. Look at this. Oh my gosh, it is literally like so saucy. Do you see that? Mmm, so good. And of course it needs extra sauce. Like that is not enough sauce. Do you see this sauce? Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Like this right here is just all flavor. Okay? And then you pour it right onto your chicken breast. Usually I make a lot more sauce. This is what I'm telling you. Make extra sauce because whatever you make on the side, you'll want to pour it on there. And you have a super high protein meal, super high protein dinner that is really low carb. So this is great if you're on a weight loss journey. This is great if you are just trying to keep your insulin low. This is, I mean, and then on top of it, it's just great because it's delicious. that's the bottom line. But I love when the cabbage is like nice and soggy like this. It is literally just my favorite. It's just so good. It's good. You have to try it. Like, you have to make this. I definitely can see. I'm gonna wait till I sit down to eat. But I definitely can see why this went viral. I would say it's 100% worth the hype. If you love cabbage, then you're gonna be obsessed with this recipe. If you're someone who is like a little like, ooh, I don't know about cabbage, try it with this recipe. This is one of those recipes that will change your mind and you will become you will become a believer. Honestly, I used to be a little like iffy about like cabbage, about just certain veggies. And I would say like sauces make a world of a difference. Like it just completely transforms the entire recipe. So give this a try, you're gonna love it. I will leave everything linked in the description below. The recipe, my weight loss plan, if you are trying to lose weight, if you don't know where to start, maybe you're stuck, you hit a plateau. I have my ultra low carb guide linked there, grab it. I basically do everything from intermittent fasting to breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. All of that information is in there for you. But if you have friends and family, please share this channel, share this recipe, share my weight loss guide with them. You never know, it could be really, really helpful. But thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys all enjoy this recipe and I will see you on my next video. Mwah.